So I just put Trump thumping. A lot of people, whenever they see people go out there with the Bible and stuff, they say, "Hey, Bible thumping, here they go. Thumping that King James Bible." Might do a little bit of that too. But I'm glad to see that President Trump is President-elect President Trump, let's just say it like that, is putting key people in positions that he needs to put them in. I ain't sure about Gatz as Attorney General. I'm not sure about the board czar. I forgot his name now. He kind of comes off pretty crude, and it just Gatz does too in a way. I don't know about them too, but as far as Israel's concerned, maybe that's what's needed. Maybe that's what's needed as far as the Attorney General and the borders are, whatever they call it, the name. I'm sure the name isn't borders are. The czar just sounds too much like a Russian thing. But as far as Israel's concerned, the ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee, is the man. He's the man for the job. And let's see, who else was it? It was Homeland Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Bobby Kennedy. He's the man for the job. That's the dude, because that's his baby. That's something he wants to focus on. And if he were running for president, of course he did run for president, and I knew he wasn't going to win, but still he's winning because of his position. He's out there for others. He's not out there for himself. And same thing with Mike Huckabee, Governor Huckabee. That's a position that's made for him, and that's a position that's made for Bobby Jr. And what's her name? Governor Noam, or whatever her name is. I think that's a position made for her, Homeland Security and stuff. Yep, that's for sure. Jesus Christ is King, man. You're right about that. And isn't it something though? Not only the governors, there's more Republican governors, and some Republican governors aren't worth the toot. Some Republicans aren't worth the toot. And some Democrats are pretty good fellas and ladies and fellas. Guys and girls. It just depends. I think it just depends on the person. I mean, you can be a Democrat and you have all your morals straight with the Lord Jesus Christ, and still, you might be with the wrong party, but you're still with in good conscience. You're representing your people, whether you're in a House of Representatives, whether it's the Senate, whether it's the presidency, whether it's the governors, or whatever. But I mean, it seems like to me that everybody's all red. And it seems like to me, I don't know how the House of Representatives are. I don't know how the Senate is or whatever else. But it seems like to me that most of the people who are in the GOP or the Republicans are really more or less than they're representing what the GOP stands for, the government of the people. It's the people's government. Like we have in South Carolina. Well, I don't live in South Carolina anymore, naturally, but there was this one guy, Jim Clyburn, and he's still in the House of Representatives. He's still there. He gets voted in every 2 years. Something or other he's doing right. There's something or other about the citizens and part of South Carolina there that like him, that he's doing something right. I don't know if the guy's saved. I don't know if he's a Christian, but somehow or another, some way or another, I don't know, because it's mostly the black vote. I don't know. I don't know if it's black or white vote. I don't know. It just seems that a lot of people like Jim Clyburn, and he's a Democrat, and he's been in that key position for a lot of years. So every time he runs, he gets voted back in. Yeah, I agree with you there. I am the rebel spy. I agree with you. Man, thanks for jumping in. I just like, you know, yeah, I agree with you. I live in South Carolina too. I live in Clarendon County. It's like every time I went to vote, I seen Jim Clyburn's name there. But I mean, if I were voting right now in South Carolina, I would know who that new fellow was, that Republican. Yeah, I'm old. I'm 52. I'm 52 years old. I'm older than you, evidently, because you're saying I'm old. Oh, but everything aside, I don't think it really matters on red or blue. I think if somebody truly goes to stand for the Constitution, that's what's right. Walter White. I think if you vote your conscience, if you go and represent people, if you're a governor, if you're a representative, if you're a senator, whatever, even if you're the president, it should all be about what yeah, thank you. It should all be about what the Constitution says, and I think you should be a believer in Jesus Christ if you run for governor, run for office. Yeah, you can have a separation between church and state, but I mean, if you're a believer in Jesus Christ, you want to go by what the Constitution says, because that's based on the Bible. People might disagree with that, but I mean, I believe it is. If you look at our Declaration of Independence, and the Constitution was formed with the Declaration of Independence in mind in some cases. Some people might disagree with that, but I believe it. And some people might be so old where they don't know. They like, what the hell is the Declaration of Independence? I don't know what the world that is. I don't know what the Constitution is. I just know states have laws, and we're not supposed to do this, not supposed to do that. Maybe if you look into it, you'd understand what it says. Yeah, evidently, yeah. I wish, yeah, speaking your flag there and everything, the UK Union Jack and everything, and Old Glory. Being that I am descended from British, well, there was, I guess you got the British from Brute, and the English, which are from Anglo-Saxon. I think the British were there first, and then the Anglo-Saxon came and settled, and then it just became English British were just synonymous. It is all one thing now. But my ancestry is from that part of the country and everything, and of course, to Europe and everything, and I believe the most recent ancestry, I believe, especially on my dad, well, both sides actually, is from England and everything. But I kind of wish, in a way, that that in a lot of ways actually, that we didn't have that war with England, and everything. And actually we had two wars. We had the War for Independence, and we had a second War for Independence in the 1800s. But I bet a lot of kids don't know that, but because but at the same time too, I guess that's why we're allies with the UK, because we have so many things in common. That's our pretty much, for the most part, that's how America came to be, is because from people going out and exploring, and people going out because of persecution. I think Matt Gaetz. I don't know about the AG thing for him. I don't know about that. Just like that Bordazar, I was talking when I first got on, the Bordazar fella, and they want to do that. I think he's just a little too crude. I think what Hannity was talking about as far as helping people out who were there, and sending them back, and like, look, we're going to send you a little bit, we're going to send you back, but we're going to help you out just a little bit too. And that way you can come back and you can come in legally. And people who keep coming back and everything, look, we're going to send you back, but we ain't giving you nothing because we done told you. We'll give you a free ticket home. We'll take you out, but we ain't giving you nothing to help you come back. Don't come back. But people who are trying to get in legally, trying to get in for the right reasons, trying to get in to make a better life for themselves in the right way, the best way, that's I think that's the right thing to do it, right way to do it. Splitting them from the kids, though, I don't think that's the way you should do it. I don't think you should split any families up whatsoever. I think you should leave the kids with their mom and dads. And the way that guy was talking, the one that's incoming and everything, I don't think I think he needs to watch what he's saying. Kind of like what Matt Gatz was saying about, about fat women and stuff and all that and all the other. I think you just need to watch what they're saying. But as far as Huckabee and Noam and Bobby, as far as I can tell, they're in the right positions. They're in the positions that fit them for what they can do. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's nice to see most of the United States all red and stuff. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's nice. But at the same time, too, even Republicans aren't perfect. Republicans can stand for the GOP and everything, but it can be dastardly, in the private life, and be malevolent. What's that word, malevolent? You know. And then you got Democrats that are really they run a hard race and they stand for certain things, but in their life and everything, they're really good people. They're moderate Democrats and not so moderate Republicans. I Jimbo, that's a hard one. I don't think that mm, medical assisted suicide. If somebody says, "Don't leave me on life support," that's one thing, But I don't know what the other part would that be. From the doctor, I don't know. But some people like to pull the plug and see if the person breathes on their own or whatever, and I think if it's meant to be, if all you're doing is if your brain's dead and the machine is breathing for you, then you're already dead anyway. I don't know. It seems like it, but maybe not. Maybe your brain's still alive. Maybe you're in La La Land and the machine's breathing for you. I don't know. I don't know. But it seems like to me, if there's no way in God's green earth, there's a certainty, there are more than one doctor saying it, that I ain't coming back, and the machine's breathing for me to keep me alive or whatever, and my brain is gone pretty much, and I ain't coming back. If I get taken off the ventilator, I'm going to die. What's the use? Just let me go. I'd hate to be in that position. I really would. I'd hate to be in that position for the person, the family member, or the doctor, or whatever, and I'd hate to be in that position as a patient. You know what I mean? But I was going to make a video yesterday, but I didn't feel so great. I went to the emergency room and I like, nah, I better not go here. I tried the fast pace and everything, and I just wasn't feeling all that. And that I just wanted to see what's going on, because I think I had a pulled muscle or strained muscle in my side, because I was out there metal detecting and everything. And the bad thing about that is about 2 or 3 days straight, I can't went out there, and I got a bad habit of bending over, and I've lost weight and everything, so I crunched my darn abdomen, I guess, and I guess I hit a nerve or something other, and it's kind of, felt like a pulled type of thing going on, and instead of getting down on my knees and getting into stuff, and like a lot of these metal detectors do, I was bending over, hunched over, and the shovel I had was, not really helping things. But I got a better shovel coming in tomorrow. Yeah, so it's a little bit taller, and it's got like a scoop kind of thing, so when you dig into the ground, you can just pry it back, and it kind of pretty much does the work for you, instead of a straight base type of shovel. So the one I have is like a 36-inch, and it's kind of rounded on the edge. It has no way of kind of obliterating roots, because usually when I dig into the ground, it slides to the left or right out of the root. It doesn't really stay on it or break the root open. So I was out here and I was trying to dig several times, like, okay, well, that's as far as I'm going to dig. I'm not going to dig any further because I can't seem to get past the roots. Usually the metal is underneath the roots. The target is underneath the roots. Sometimes I just don't want to go that deep. I want to kind of go like, about that deep. But because my shovel's like not the kind of shovel that I need. So, but anyway, we were talking about election, weren't we? Yeah, but I think Trump is really thumping it, boy. He's Trump ain't perfect. I don't know if Trump is he'd even said it himself. He's not the kind of Christian that what Christians would think, I don't think he's that kind of Christian. He's kind of like a moderate type of guy. As far as he believes in God, he believes in the Lord Jesus Christ, but he doesn't, he's not like what do you call that? He's not orthodox type of Christian. He's an unconventional Christian. I guess in a way I am too. I'm unconventional. I don't really go with denominations. I don't go with churches and stuff and go by their denominations. I don't do that. And yeah, but he's one where he doesn't so much practice it. He just says it to get to the Christian believers out there who devote for him and everything. But I'm not saying that he isn't. Because we'll see one day. One day when we have to stand before on the throne of judgment, we'll see. But for such a time as this, he seems to be what the Lord has picked for us. And I can say the same thing for the senators, the House of Representatives, and the governors. It would be great though if we seen more Republican governors. Our GOP governors, who are actually for the GOP, the true name of the Republican Party, the government of the people. Because there's some governors out there that are just like, wow, they, it seems like they want to take more freedoms from the people than they do protecting their freedoms. Like, what's his name? Tim Walz? Oh my gosh. That dude is crazy. He lost his mind. But anyway, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. I'm really anxious to see what his new president-elect signage looks like. With a little eagle, the blue and the eagle and everything that says president-elect and everything. I'm kind of wondering if it's going to say the same things that President Biden had, with his. It had like the eagle and the little star circle, and it has 46. I wonder if his is going to have 45, 47. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. 45 and 47. And something like that. Probably just 47. And I seen somebody was saying on there that he should... Biden should go ahead and get out of office and let Kamala have it. That way she'd have her small little taste, even though it'd be like a lamed up president, she'd have a small little taste of being a president. And that would change him from being 47 to 48. President Trump would be the 48th president instead of 47th. Just to mess him up. Just to mess up everybody's little things on their hats and everything. And all that. But I think the speaker would be Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson would be the vice president. Then what? I don't think it's going to work that way. I don't know about y'all, but I don't think that if Kamala becomes the temporary president within the last few days of Trump coming into office, that's gonna butt check her really bad. That's gonna butt her something really bad. Because she wouldn't have a full term. She wouldn't have she'd only have like a couple of months of being a president, and that would be temporary president. So I don't think she'd like that very much. She's already been humiliated pretty much with Trump winning over and everything, and just to have him come into office in January, that add insult to injury. It's just that's just something that's just something that wouldn't work. Everybody said, "Well, I'm gonna get Biden out now." Biden ain't gonna do anything. Biden is just sitting there enjoying the ride. I wouldn't doubt 1 second that Biden was sitting there voting for Trump and everything in the back of his mind. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it one bit if Biden put Trump instead of Kamala. I wouldn't doubt it. Seems like he would. Just for the hell of it. He'd probably just do it for the hell of it. But I think all that stuff that Obama did, all that stuff that Hillary was trying to do and others are trying to do for Kamala, it just didn't work. I think he tried to do the same thing for Hillary. Never, I don't know, did he? I think he was trying to speak for. He was trying to help Hillary get to office and everything whenever her and Donald were running against each other in 2016 or something like that. But didn't happen that way. Hillary ran against him, she lost. A guy ran against him, he supposedly won. Biden won, but I don't know. It's like he's kind of over that kind of thing now. He's over it. And then here comes Kamala, laughing about every little thing, and she lost. And so women, I just don't think the Lord wants a woman in office right now. And it ain't about, I think, so many of the votes. It just, well, probably is, but it just put in our hearts and our minds that a woman don't need to be president. A vice president is not great, but a woman president right now is not a good thing, because a lot of women out there, and I don't mean to sound chauvinist, I don't mean to sound that I'm against women or anything, but women don't need to be running for office as far as when it comes to the highest office of the land and everything. You make good representatives, make good governors, I'm sure, but when it comes to the United States on a global area and global scene, I think women need to back off from that. But I mean, I don't know if we ever had a woman governor here in Tennessee. I'm not sure if we ever had one in South Carolina, but what in the hell? Okay. All right. Yeah, okay. I thought that was kind of going nuts or something. Anyway, 30 minutes is good enough. 23 minutes. Thank y'all for that. I just might go ahead and delete this because it ain't going to go nowhere. Thank you.